of the best show God ever put around here.
JustinFREAKIN is a formidable voice in the culture.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories.
You live in sexual anarchy.
Somehow I fucked up the audio and I'm already on screen on TikTok, the whole intro and shit. Hey TikTok people, welcome in. This is the Troll Patrol live on a freaking Friday.
This is the Troll Patrol live with JustinFREAKIN.
Warlord, should I be hyped? Media wins. Yeah, we got bonus Bill Clinton over here giving his deposition. Hopefully, we're gonna get Hillary's deposition from yesterday released. Thank you for the resub, Media Winch, over on the Twitch. Hello, YouTube people, podcast people, TikTok people. Good to see you all. I'm not high enough for this shit. going to be another 15 minutes until we can get high here on the East Coast. We're supposed to get the video of Hill Dog sometime today. We'll see. We'll see if that happens. I got a live shot outside of the building where Bill was testifying. It's the Performing Arts Center in Chappaquiddick. It's where Hillary was at yesterday. What? Trump is holding a rally. God damn. Trump is apparently getting ready to speak outside of Corpus Christi, Texas. Jesus Christ. Okay, maybe it's not actually going to be a rally this time. You never know with this dipshit. This is what the live shot outside of the Chappaquiddick Performing Arts Center, Chappaqua. I kept pronouncing it wrong yesterday. The Chappaqua Performing Arts Center. This is the live shot. Former President Bill Clinton currently testifying behind those doors. Trump, before he headed to Corpus Christi, I do have live shot up on the other TV over here. I can see if we get some action. Before Trump scuttled off to Corpus Christi, Texas, he took some questions from the press. Looks like he's got Caroline Leavitt in tow with him.
Are you happy with the progress?
No, I'm not. I'm not happy with the fact that they're not willing to give us what we have to have. So I'm not thrilled with that. We'll see what happens. We're talking later. We'll have some additional talks today. But no, I'm not happy with the way they go.
Concerned at all about President Bill Clinton being deposed and that sets precedent for you and your family?
I don't like seeing him deposed, but, you know, they certainly went after me a lot more than that. I don't like seeing him. Look, I like him, and I don't like seeing him deposed.
He has changed tone about both Bill and Hillary. He likes Bill and Hillary now. They're good friends.
Howard Lutnick, what is your reaction to that?
Howard would go in and do whatever he has to say. He's a very innocent guy, doing a good job.
Mr. President, you specially envoy Tom Barak now is in Iraq. What's your message to the Iraqi leadership?
Well, I get along very well with the Iraqi leadership. Thank you.
Governor Pritzker posted on social media that you're planning to steal the 2026 midterm elections. In fact, he says the plan is already underway. How do you respond to Governor Pritzker?
Seems like it.
He's got to focus on crime in his state. The crime in his state's doing very badly. If we went and took care of it, we would do just like Washington, D.C. We have no crime. Memphis, it's down 82%. Louisiana, you take a look at Louisiana.
It's down 66 and 2/3%.
Focused on crime in his state because there's too much of it.
Have you made a final decision on Iran? Have you made a final decision on Iran? Have you made a final decision on Iran?
No, I haven't.
Do you believe that Iran is producing nuclear weapons?
Still has not made a final decision on Iran.
Well, we haven't made a final decision. We're not exactly happy with the way they negotiated. They cannot.
Apparently, Witkoff left earlier today, and they are extremely disappointed with how the talks went with Iran.
Have nuclear weapons, and we're not thrilled with the way they're negotiating. So we'll see how it all works.
What was that vote doing in Cuba, and do you believe the Cuban government?
The Cuban government is talking with us, and they're in a big deal of trouble, as you know. They have no money, they have no anything right now.
Well, to be fair, he's doing all this crime in D.C., and it's not really crime for him because it's not crime if the president does it, as Richard Nixon says.
But they're talking with us, and maybe we'll have a friendly takeover of Cuba. We could very well end up having a friendly takeover of Cuba.
A friendly... Wait, what? A friendly takeover of Cuba? That's not a thing. That's not how things work.
No money, they have no anything right now, but they're talking with us, and maybe we'll have a friendly takeover of Cuba. We could very well end up having a friendly takeover of Cuba.
What about the vote, sir? The vote that was there.
Many years. We've had a lot of years of dealing with Cuba. I've been hearing about Cuba since I'm a little boy, but they're in big trouble, and we could very well, something good, I think very positive for the people that were expelled or worse from Cuba that live here. You know, we have people living here that want to go back to Cuba, and they're very happy with what's going on.
The last news of Epstein files, in particular Bill Clinton, Hillary Clinton, what about that?
I don't know anything about the Epstein files, you know, I've been fully exonerated. Yeah,
No, he has not been fully exonerated.
Is there a risk that strikes could turn into a long, drawn-out conflict in the Middle East?
I guess you could say there's always a risk. You know, when there's war, there's a risk in anything, both good and bad. We've had tremendous luck with myself, Soleimani, al-Baghdadi. Everything's worked out, and then we do the Midnight Hammer and so many others. Everything's worked out, and we want to keep it that way. But
Midnight Hammer sounds like a sex move.
It'd be wonderful if they'd negotiate really in good
You live in
conscience,
sexual
good faith and
anarchy.
conscience, but they are not getting there.
Is your goal, Mr. President?
So far, Peter, they're not getting there.
Has your team told you that if you use the military now, that there will be regime change right away?
No, nobody's told me. No, I mean, nobody knows that. There might be and there might not be.
Mr. President, is your goal?
It'd be nice if we could do it without, but sometimes you have to do it with. When you looked at look, we have the greatest military anywhere in the world. There's nothing close. I'd love not to use it, but sometimes you have to.
Mr. President, to be clear,
Are we going to have a change in the regime in Cuba soon?
Well, Cuba's doing very badly. They're failing. Cuba right now is, to put it mildly...
It's like, which country are we going to attack next?
I've been hearing about Cuba. I said before...
Is it Cuba? Is it Iran? Is it Mexico? Is it Greenland? Nobody knows.
Marco Rubio is dealing on it, and at a very high level. And, you know, they have no money, they have no oil, they have no food. And it's really right now a nation in...
Bureau asking for his charges to be thrown out.
in Iran, Mr. President.
Will you talk about sanctions relief for Russia and expanding U.S.-Russia economic and trade ties as part of
sanctions?
We got about 5 minutes until 4:20 on the East Coast.
I spoke with President Putin. Would like to see the war end. I would like to see it end fast.
Sir, are you...
25,000 people died last month. It's crazy. To have that war is just absolutely, it's a shame.
Sir, are you considering a national emergency? Are you considering a national emergency around the midterm elections?
Who told you that?
There's been reporting that there's an executive order, proposed executive order about this. Are you looking at that? Are you considering?
I've never heard of it.
Sure you haven't.
You said that the regime of Delcy Rodriguez is cooperating, but in that government there's still an individual, the Minister of Interior, Diosdado Cabello. He's still indicted by the U.S. government for narco-trafficking and narco-terrorism. Do you want to see him facing charges here in the United States?
What we'll do is I'll take a look at it.
Will there be implications for Cuba? Are you going to Cuban Americans around President Putin, sir?
We'll see what happens. We want to make a deal. We're going to make a deal. It's a question of when. We want to make... How are you? Hello. How are you?
Hello.
We want to make a deal with Russia. We want to make a deal with Ukraine.
She must have been pretty.
We're very close, but we'll see what happens.
President, will there be an update on Cuba?
Mr. President, thank you. Mr. President, what are you going to do about the violation of Rwanda. He violated the peace accord.
Looking at it this afternoon. That's exactly.
Mr. President, talk.
Mr. President, are you planning to restore ties with Belarus? Are you planning to restore ties with Belarus? With Belarus in Europe?
Yeah. What about Belarus? Yeah, I know it very well. Well, go ahead.
Are you planning to restore a relationship with them?
We have a good relationship, and the leader is somebody that I have a lot of respect for. With Belarus, we have a very good relationship.
Do you have any conditions for them?
I like the leader a lot.
Do you have any conditions for them?
What do you say?
Oh, I bet he does.
Mr. President.
Less, not more.
Mr. President, congratulations on the State of the Union, sir. Mortgage rates, 30-year mortgage rates hit below 6% the first time in 4 years.
Mortgage rates are going down very rapidly.
What is your message to young people like me who want to buy a home under you?
Save a little money, wait a little longer, you're going to get a mortgage for a very low rate.
Mr. President, is there a talk about with
He's got a great job, too. What?
is there
Iran that was shot down in Texas. Hold on. Is Iran trying to string you along?
Well, we're not happy with what's going on. They should make a deal. They'd be smart if they made a deal. No nuclear weapon. We want no nuclear weapons by Iran, and they're not saying those golden words.
I'm filling in for Brian Glenn. What do you hope to achieve on this trip to Texas? Do you plan on making any endorsements while you're there?
What we're having is tremendous luck with oil. We've got more oil than anybody, and the prices of gasoline are coming way down, and prices generally are coming way down. The pricing it's been amazing what we've been able to do in 1 year. Prices are way down, led by energy, led by oil. So it's Texas. It's a little bit of an oil meeting, I would say. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. President. Are you still considering
an executive order on elections?
No, I haven't heard about that.
Mr. President.
Thank you. Next weekend in Florida, are you receiving leaders from Latin America? What do you intend to discuss with them? And if you had a date to receive the president of Brazil here at the White House?
Well, I get along with the president of Brazil very well. I'd love to.
And for the meeting with Latin America leaders?
Pakistan has waged a war against Afghanistan. Have they asked you to intervene? Has anyone reached out to you on that?
I would, but I get along with Pakistan, as you know, very well. Very, very well. You have a great prime minister. You have a great general there. You have a great leader that I think two of the people that I really respect.
Look, I usually sneeze 8-9 times in a row. It's a thing that's been happening since I was a kid. But I feel like I've been extra sneezy lately, and Curiouser's been sick. She was like, I've been counting your sneezes to see if you've been more sneezy than usual. And I think I might be. I am allergic to this shit. Sorry, guys. It's almost 4:20 in the Eastern time zone. I might be allergic to this shit. I tell you what, I'm definitely not high enough for this shit. It's about 30 seconds. Listen, this gigantic nose of mine, you can fit so much snot in this bad boy. Taps roof. If you would like to join me for 4:20 in the Eastern time zone. Sorry, TikTok people, I have to turn the camera off. You can't see me do naughty things on camera. Light one up, tip one back. Well, if you're at work, you probably don't want to light up the weed right now. I do not encourage anything that would get you fired. But if you can partake, please partake with me. Lenny, Princess Kimberly, Mr. Elwood. Anybody else I missed? TikTok people. Yolanda. Old man, welcome in. Ray Mace. Fuzzwinkle. Love you guys. So glad to see you. Unfortunately, the chats don't show up over here, but I try to keep you up on screen. Well, I'm going to take one more hit before I put my camera back up. It's Friday. You ain't got shit to do. I'm gonna get you. Now, do my eyes look like that because I've been sneezing? Or do my eyes look like that because I just took several bong rips? This is the live shot outside of the Chappaqua Performing Arts Center. We are waiting. Possibly Slick Willie himself come out and talk to us. I don't think anyone thought that Hillary would come out and talk to us yesterday, but she did. Now, right-wingers were sharing a video this morning of Bill as he was walking up to the Performing Arts Center yesterday with his wife Hillary. He was accompanying Hillary. Right-wingers were making fun of him.
Thank you.
Christ is dead, LOL. Welcome in, friend. I'll give you one of these. Now you're gonna see Bill over here.
How you doing, sir?
There he is.
Good to see you.
Now they're saying he had like a malfunction, just stopped in the middle of the sidewalk, which is wild that they're like the former president just stopped in front of those people, but he's looking at the books in the bookstore.
This is
So right-wingers posted this as he's just window shopping. Do you not care about the white children sexually trafficked and sold by rich Jews, and Christianity enables this?
How you doing,
What? Thank you, Media Witch. I mean, it's true Epstein is Jewish, and it does seem that he had connections to Israeli intelligence, but there's a difference between Jewish people, whom I love, and the government of Israel and their dirty deeds done dirt cheap. I have not watched any TYT content in years at this point. Years. I think I'm way better off for it. Is there anybody in chat that still watches TYT? Do they put on anything that is worthwhile? Oh, and I always liked John Idarola. He was really good. I like that the microphone looks like some butt beads. We can bend James Comer over the podium and stick the microphone up his ass. He'd probably really like that.
I can't wait to have your cock in my mouth.
I want to make some hold on, I want to make some adjustments over here. Oh, it don't work that way. Oh shit.
I can't wait to have your cock in my mouth.
I fucked everything up.
Blowjob. I can't wait I can't wait to have.
No. No. I fucked everything up. No.
I can't wait to have your cock in my mouth. I'm going to give you the blowjob of your life. Then I want you inside of me. I can't wait to have your cock in my mouth. I'm going to give you the blowjob of your life. Then I want you. I can't wait to have your cock in my mouth. I'm going to give you the blowjob of your life. Then I want you.
You think you just fell out of a coconut tree?
Yes, I broke everything.
He condemned.
I broke them all. I broke them all. They didn't quite look right on TikTok and the YouTube vertical. So I wanted to kind of adjust them. And I fucked the whole thing up. Yep. Hendrik Smock, my stream will be dead soon. Why do you say that? It's an ominous thing to say. I mean, I've been going like 6 years at this point. I don't think anybody's gonna take me down. Oh, Princess Kimberly, hug through the cam. There's no easy way to fix it. I have no idea how I'm gonna do that. That is a problem for later me. I should get more high about it. That's what I should do. I'm not high enough for this shit. Oh, wrong camera. I gotta turn me off on TikTok. Sorry, TikTok peeps. We're still waiting for Bill Clinton. I want to know what Hendrik meant by that. No, I'll turn the camera back. I'll go back over here. I want to know what you meant by that, Hendrik. Please let me know. Why will my stream be dead soon? The most alive it's ever been, to be honest with you. The YouTube's kind of been hopping. We got somebody peeking out. I mean, my stream will be dead here in a couple hours when I turn it off, and I go about doing it. Usually Friday is my day off. This is bonus freaking. I wouldn't doubt Hendrik is a pedophile. Sorry if I misjudge you though, Hendrik. I guess he just wanted to come in here and drop a cryptic message or some shit. Wait. Today is your 1 year anniversary streaming? Exactly? Congratulations. Please give Lenny a follow. Accidents waiting to happen. Holiday, can we get a shout out? I think Holiday's here, possibly. Shout out to Holiday for doing the hard work around here. The keeping things running smooth. I appreciate the hell out of him and all my other mods that do work just on a volunteer basis. Thank you, Soup. You're all wonderful. Light one up, tip one back. I am pretty sure you probably have a shit ton of channel points. Like, you have enough channel points to make me dance like a monkey the entire stream if you really wanted to. I would assume. There are several of you. But Winch especially, she sits with me and plays video games in the middle of the night. Sorry I haven't been doing, like, my headset that has the microphone just doesn't sound anywhere near as good as these headphones. These headphones sound amazing. And it's so fun. Like, it's like a 3D environment to sit there and play video games with these headphones on. Oh, I'm sure he doesn't. The Clintons aren't pussies. Hillary answered all the questions yesterday, I'm certain. We're hopefully going to see her deposition any time now. The Epstein files appear to show Howard Lutnick with Jeffrey Epstein, which is not news to anybody. I don't know, Winch, because I also don't want to be on that long. I've got shit I need to do. I've had a very frustrating day.
We've got a couple of new, pretty compelling things regarding the Epstein case. First of all, new revelations about the latest apparent mistake by the Justice Department releasing the Epstein files. The New York Times is reporting that a seemingly technical phrase buried in millions of pages of documents may, in fact, have exposed the names of cooperating witnesses, potentially putting them in danger. I want to bring in senior legal reporter Lisa Rubin. This has to do with the phrase proffer at 500 that appeared in the documents. Explain that.
Well, first of all, Chris, the documents in question are documents that pertain to 7 different men that were being held at the time what was the jail next to the Manhattan Federal Courthouse called the Manhattan Correctional Center, or MCC. That facility has since been closed. It was closed in the wake of Jeffrey Epstein's death. But these documents reflect the phrase, as you noted, proffer at 500. That essentially means that these people were going in to have a proffer session with prosecutors at 500 Pearl Street. That's the courthouse adjacent to it that houses the Southern District of New York. And again, these are people who were in the jail at the time. They are identified by Jonah Bromwich and Willie Rashbaum of the New York Times as 7 different men who either tried to cooperate or, in fact, were cooperating. They confirmed that at least 3 of the men whose names appeared with that phrase were, in fact, cooperators. And I want to caution people against drawing the conclusion that they were cooperators against Epstein in his criminal case. That's certainly one possibility, but another possibility is that these were people who were housed near Epstein in the MCC prior to his death, and that they were cooperating witnesses in the ensuing investigation as to how he died.
We're also following some news regarding a photo that was in the Epstein files. It's just been restored, right, to the DOJ database. It appears to show the Commerce Secretary, Howard Lutnick. What do we know about this photo? What can you tell us?
So, Chris, we don't know definitively where or when this photo was taken. However, it depicts Jeffrey Epstein with 3 other men, one of whom appears to be Howard Lutnick in the blue shirt there. There's also a man to the far right of the screen. That man may be a gentleman known as Michael Lehrman. When the Lutnicks visited Epstein Island in 2012 to have lunch with Jeffrey Epstein at his invitation, they not only brought along their kids and some child caregivers, but they brought along a couple named Michael and Marcy Lehrman. We know that from documents that have also been publicly released, and the Lehrman's children. A comparison of a photo of Michael Lehrman on the corporate website, where he is a CEO of a company called Newmark, shows that this picture, the gentleman in the white shirt, bears a striking resemblance to that Michael Lehrman. That Michael Lehrman also was formerly affiliated with Cantor Fitzgerald, the company that Howard Lutnick founded and led until he was Commerce Secretary.
Very interesting. Lisa Rubin, thank you.
Thank you.
Jansing. Anna Paulina Luna spoke about the ongoing deposition of former President Bill Clinton. I've still got the live shot over here. If someone comes out to speak, we'll take it. But they were expecting it to be longer than Hillary's deposition from yesterday, which took until like 6 o'clock.
Speaking right now with the House Republicans. Let's listen in.
Get to it, Anna.
I think everyone hopped off to go to lunch.
Pool's here.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, first.
Don't stay in front of the pool, please.
Just first of all, a quick update. President Clinton is being very cooperative. I do want to point out, because I have seen some back and forth in regards to some of the Democrats trying to call in not credible witnesses, and I won't get into the nature of what I've asked the president specifically until after the deposition is over. But to be clear, we've had two individuals, one that accuses President Clinton of unfounded allegations of there being sex tapes, etc., by the name of Sarah Ransom. And there was an individual under the name of Katie Johnson that also had unfounded allegations of rape against our sitting president of the United States.
They don't know what the fuck they're doing. Do you understand that?
Did not have evidence for grounds of that. And so just as we wouldn't call in an individual like Sarah Ransom, who we know made up claims, we're not going to do the same thing for President Trump. So I think to be able to bring that up and conflate the two with this investigation is wrong. And I want to be very clear on record. I don't believe that Sarah claims had valid claims against President Trump in regards to what she was, President Clinton as in regards to what she was alleging. Just as I don't believe that there are valid claims against President Trump by the individual of the name of Katie Johnson.
They don't know what the fuck they're doing. Do you understand that?
Even in the last 24 hours in lines of questioning, that Jeffrey Epstein was running an intelligence gathering operation. In my professional opinion, I do believe it was a honeypot operation. And I do believe that there's a list of individuals who did engage in trafficking.
Smoking some of the best dope God ever
name
put
those individuals
breath in.
right now. The first one would be Leslie Groff. The second one, Sarah Kellen. The third one, Nadia Markova. And the fourth one, Adriana Ross. All of these women engaged in the trafficking of minors as adults. They were working and complicit with Jeffrey Epstein's operation. And in my opinion, they are not to be given victim status because they did partake in harming young girls. I remember seeing in some of the files, some of these girls were, as young as 10, 11 years old and older. And so obviously we have a lot of work to do, but I did want to come and give an update and let you know that President Clinton, as of right now, is cooperative and answering all of our questions. And that it leads me to believe that if we can remove the partisan nature of this investigation, we actually might be able to get justice. And so I will be calling on the Oversight Committee to bring in those 4 individuals that I just listed. We will continue to conduct the investigation and provide updates shortly for all of you.
This is my GOP mommy, Anna Paulina Luna. God damn it!
I can't get into the specifics of the deposition because it's still currently going on. But again, he's being
Yeah,
very
fucked it.
cooperative, and I
Fucked
think that statement
up.
is pretty on point with what we're hearing.
Is former President Clinton saying he doesn't call anything?
We will provide updates as soon as it's over. I don't want to violate the trust that we have right now in the depositions, but I do think that we are at least getting a little bit more of a clearer picture. And I will say I'm not in favor, and if there is a request to bring in an individual who's made false allegations against President Clinton, I will be voting that down in committee, just as I will be voting down any individuals that are brought forward that have made false claims against President Trump. I do think that there is a bit of partisan smear attempts in this whole investigation, but it's important to note that Jeffrey Epstein does have all of the telltale signs of an intelligence gathering operation. I think we all know that. I do believe that because of the people
Intelligence for who?
influence, specifically presidents, etc., that he was targeting, that there is an aspect of, foreign governments trying to pit some of us against each other using this topic. And so we're more focused on that, as well as bringing justice to the victims. And there is no justice when traffickers are given plea deals. And so we'll be following up on that as well.
Do you believe the statement when he said, I saw nothing and I did nothing wrong?
I'm going to go back in, and what I will say is that I don't have any reason to believe right now that he's hiding the ball and everything. He's been pretty transparent.
And is it your belief and or the committee's belief that the former president was targeted by Jeffrey Epstein on behalf of foreign nations?
It is in my opinion. I don't think the opinion of the committee, but I do believe that Jeffrey Epstein was targeting many politicians, many influential people, especially in regards to economic policy, etc. And I do believe that it was possible that not just him, but likely Secretary Clinton, as well as a number of other people, were targeted due to an intelligence gathering operation. I think the American people will agree with me on that. But again, I don't want to get into too much of the specifics of the deposition, and I will be able to tell you at least once this is over, and we will be also trying to release those recordings from
I mean, it seems like Trump is above the law, doesn't it, Mike?
President Clinton's as soon as possible. Thank you, guys.
Dude's actually been convicted, and he still gets to be president.
They're
It's insane.
giving the latest updates right here.
Seems like the Epstein class is above the law. Here's the House Democrats just a couple hours ago updating on, this is probably when they broke for lunch. This deposition still currently ongoing.
President Clinton, in his opening, made the most important statement. No one is above the law. And he made it clear that it was perfectly appropriate for the committee to call him and ask him tough questions about what happened. He also made it clear that it was totally inappropriate for this committee to call Secretary Clinton. That's why personally I didn't even show up yesterday. I thought it was outrageous the way they treated Secretary Clinton. She has nothing to do with that. But President Clinton answered the questions. I think you'll see when we have the deposition that our side that put the survivors first. We had our members, our lawyers ask questions to get the basic facts and asked difficult questions, and the president answered. And it was civil, and he set the tone, in my view, for the precedent that President Trump needs to now come and answer these questions, that Howard Lutnick needs to answer these questions, that other people part of the Epstein class who've been in these files need to come before this committee and ask these questions. And then that's the only way we're going to have accountability and healing. Now we'll turn it over to our ranking member, Garcia.
I'm just going to introduce folks. I'll make some comments at the end. I'm going to introduce other members. First we have is Congresswoman Emily Randall.
Thank you. As you heard, President Clinton in his opening statement said that America was built on the idea that no person is above the law, even presidents, especially presidents. And the Democratic members of the Oversight Committee feel the same. No one is above the law, and anyone with knowledge of Jeffrey Epstein's crimes should absolutely come before the committee to give testimony about what they saw or did. Who was there?
Indeed.
Who was involved? Survivors like Charlene Richard, who was my State of the Union guest, deserve the accountability and the truth. The American people deserve accountability and truth. That means a complete release of the files and cooperation, not obstruction, from Pam Bondi, and it means testimony on the record from anyone with information, whether that's Howard Lutnick, Bill Gates, Larry Summers, and yes, even and especially Donald Trump.
All right, well, good afternoon, everyone. I am Congresswoman Melanie Stansbury, and I am deeply proud to represent New Mexico's 1st Congressional District, where our state has taken action where the federal government
DC Long, Thomas Massey, and Ro Khanna are the reason we have the files, not Trump. Trump has done everything he can to block them and continues to block them and violate the law.
As well as passed the first state-level truth commission in this case ever passed in the history of the United States. We will be working very closely to make sure that the state is able to make a full accounting of the crimes in New Mexico. With regards to today's deposition, I want to be clear at the outset that President Clinton, as of today, has not been accused of a crime. There are not public files available that accuse him of a crime, whereas there are publicly available documents that do allege a crime of President Trump. But it is very well established that President Clinton had a relationship with Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell, and we are treating this investigation extraordinarily